Hey guys, Crypticlol here, bringing you another video for Thrive, the free guides in rainy weather, just like the UK. Nah, on a serious note guys, this is a 4.2 priest guide. I know 4.2 is coming to an end, and 4.3 should be coming out by a week after the 29th, so we're looking at about December time. But hopefully things won't change too much there, and they'll change more when on the upcoming Pandaria, where we'll see little pandas running around, OP pandas at that, people that don't need to target friendly targets when they're healing. I mean, anyway, on a tangent, let's get back to what the video in hand. I've had a lot of people talk about mana regen and how they prevent themselves from running out of mana so quickly in Arena, and this guy just appeared out of nowhere. You're the boss. Anyway, I don't care about him. I've got my character info now. I'll try and give you as much information as I possibly can. It's going to be a little bit hard to explain gear-wise because there are a lot of priests that have their own preferences, and a lot of people agree to disagree on a lot of things. So I'll try and pull you towards what I like to do and why I like to do it, and what I try to aim for before I do Arena, gear-wise. So I'll start with the gear to begin with. Obviously, you're going to go 4 pieces mooncloth, 1 piece satin. Preferably the item that will give you the most intellect for satin. That's generally what you want to go for. Mooncloth, you want it for the Word of Glory, which makes you immune to all snares. No, not snares. All slows for about 3 seconds, I think it is. 4 seconds. So that's generally what you want to go for. 4-piece mooncloth, 1-piece satin. Doesn't matter whichever you prefer. It's down to your personal opinion and what you think will help you most. I went for helm. I feel the helm has that extra intellect without the spirit plus the haste, and haste, mastery and crit are another things which you can decide on your personal preference. Personally, I try and mix it both with haste and crit. Faster ticks, faster heals, or generally you want to be able to get out a greater heal after you've cast penance. So while your penance is on cooldown, you want to be able to get out a greater heal or whatever. That's roughly where you want your haste at. Okay, anyway. So yeah, I've got the satin hood with the 54 intellect and reduced silence duration by 10%. You can go for the 2% mana increase, but I didn't really see that to be all that positive in my perspective. I don't like soft counter spells and things like that, so I went for the 10% silence decrease if I can. That's what I went for. 40 intellect, obviously going for the gem bonuses. Okay, so you want the extra 30 resilience rating because resilience is very important at the moment, and the more you have, the better it is. If you have no resilience but a decent healer in your DPS, then obviously resilience isn't that important. But if you being a healer and everything, you're going to need resilience. You're going to want to try and reduce that damage that you're taking as much as possible, because there's going to be a lot of times where you can't exactly kite as much as shamans do, because shamans are OP, simply said. Anyway, so yeah, I went for socket bonus here. Try and get socket bonus on all pieces of gear. You're going to want the resilience and the intellect. Ruthless Gladiator Mooncloth Mantle, 50 intellect, 25 resilience rating, obviously the honor one. With the 40 resilience rating gem, as it's a yellow gem in the shoulders. So just going for that there. That's pretty much the only gem you can really have, to be honest. Cloak, I got the 50 intellect enchant with the spell penetration cloak. Okay, make sure it's a spell penetration cloak. It's the best thing that you can have. And my phone's going off crazy, blah blah blah. Spell penetration, just so you don't have to spec into it, just so you don't have to reforge anything for it, just so you don't have to enchant it. just get the spell penetration cloak. Finally said. If you don't get it, I give up on you. Nah, I'm joking with you guys. Ruthless Gladiator Mooncloth Robe. I got the 40 resilience rating enchant on that. Okay, and 20 intellect, 20 spirit, 40 resilience rating, socket bonus of course for the extra 20 resilience rating. Boom, done. Try and get the 50 intellect on your bracer if you can. It's really expensive, it's stupidly expensive. But if you can get it, go for it. I haven't got it, can't be bothered. Oh man, this is so funny. Okay. Ruthless Mooncloth Gloves. Okay, I went for the 65 mastery rating. Mastery isn't all that important here. You can go haste if you want, but I just felt that, you know, mastery might be a little bit better for my shields and stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to increase it that little bit. The more I can absorb, the better. So yeah, go for mastery if you want. You can get the haste. It's up to you. Obviously 20 intellect, 20 spirit for the socket bonus. Boom. 20 spirit. I could have gone hit rating, or I could have just socketed 40 spirit. I wouldn't have got the bonus that way. Well, I would have put, no wait, I would. Is it red socket? Let's have a look. Yes, I would have got the bonus. If I went 40 spirit, it could have been good. Probably not. I want the extra spell power, of course. And people messaging me on Skype. Hello, Prisms, you fool. So yeah, Purified Demon's Eye. That's what you want to go for. Forgot what I was saying. Okay, Vicious Gladiator Cord of Accuracy. Went for this one for the hit rating. You want to try and get your hit rating above 4%. If you can get it exactly 4%, you're spot on. You shouldn't be watching this video, and you should teach me how to get. But no, 4% is what you want, and then everything else is down to your own preference. To be completely honest, as long as you got the 240 spell penetration, you got the 4% hit rating, and you have above 8.7k, 8.8k spell power, you're good to go, guys. You're really good to go. You obviously want mana regen as well, but we'll get into that in a minute. So yeah, and I can change this hit rating one for this hit rating gem for 40 intellect now that I know that my hit rating is well above 4%. So if I got rid of that 20 intellect, it would probably knock me down to about 4.1%, and then I can replace it with a 40 intellect, which is probably what I'm going to do sometime soon. I'm not doing much arena at the moment, so the only thing I am doing is 2s just to get people their achievements and stuff. But yeah, just helping friends out. So I could change this hit rating if I wanted to. Next one, we'll get rid of this. We'll close that. Okay, why am I taking it out? Okay, Ruthless Gladiator Mooncloth Leggings, 95 intellect with the 80 stamina. The more stamina you have, the less they're going to target you. That's how I think of it in an arena. The more stamina you have, the less they're going to target you, if they're stupid. But if they're not, then try and get some stamina. It's always good to have stamina. It's better to be at 136k like I am, rather than 128 or whatever that you're going to be at. So stamina is always good to go for. 40 intellect for the first gem, and 20 intellect and 20 spirit for the second gem. Spirit obviously for mana regen to help me a bit more, and I'll get to Reforges later in a minute basically. Ruthless Gladiators Treads of Meditation, 30 stamina and minor run speed. You want to try and increase your run speed faster than, you want to try and be faster than the guy that's attacking you. So say you've got warrior, if you've got that extra run speed, you're good to go without having inner will on. It's always good. And then 40 resilience rating for the gem for the extra 10%, so I'm at 50%, or 50 resilience rating just on the boots alone, so that's always good. Rings with the 40 intellect from Enchanting. Same again, I went for the hit rating ring to bring my hit rating above 4% again. As I said, if you inspect me in a, or check out my armory later on, preferably after this video is posted, then you might see a better version of my gear, and I should generally be really close to 4%, if not on 4%, and you'll see where I've put extra intellect or whatever. But yeah, and trinkets. Okay, so I've gone Dark Moon card Tsunami. I've done this because I'll give you an example. If I zoom up in the right hand corner and I throw Renew on myself, boom, Renews on me. Watch Tsunami work its magic. Okay. As you can see, I'm getting stacks of Tsunami just from a Renew, and that has increased my spirit by 320. That's just a Renew. It does stack 5 times. And if you look at my mana regen, actually, on my character pane, you'll watch the decrease that happens once Tsunami's gone. It does increase it a lot, guys. It really does. Look, there you have it. I've gone down another 400 mana regen. So the extra spirit does help from that trinket. If you can get it, get it. If not, there is a trinket you can get from Justice Points now. I think it's like it's not called the Soul Casket. It's something else. You'll find it there. But go for that. It increases your mana by 1,000 something on a 2-minute cooldown. 1,920 I think it is on a 2-minute cooldown. Obviously use it roughly when you're about 30% mana if you can. Obviously don't be in the line of sight of mana burn, because it'll just completely fuck you over, and you would have just wasted a 2-minute cooldown. So do that. It also gives you 321 intellect, so it's always worth having. And Battlemaster. Now, some people ask, why do I have Battlemaster and not a spell power increase or something like that? But spell power isn't really that effective, to be honest, as a healer. It is if you can get like 9k, but that extra trinket of spell power, it really isn't going to help you. Generally, because you're going to get silenced as a healer, you're going to get CC'd as a healer, and you're generally going to get tunneled as a healer. So you want to try and avoid those. I don't know why some people do it. A lot of people, the more higher rating you get, the less people do it. The lower rating you get, the more people get the spell power. I don't know if it's because they don't realise that Battlemaster's there to help you. So you do get soft silenced, okay, from a mage, soft counterspelled from a mage, and I don't know, they're nuking you, you're down to 10% health. If you pop your Battlemaster, it's going to put you up to about 30% health. It's going to require him to hit you a bit more, and as soon as you get out of that soft silence, bam, you can get on the heals straight away and not worry about it. You'll keep yourself alive. If you had the spell power one, on the other hand, and you're on 10%, okay, and you don't pop that trinket, he's not going to require much. He'll throw an ice bolt, a frost bolt at you with an ice lance following it, and maybe freeze you, and bam, you're dead. You've got nothing to save you from that. So it's always good to have the Battlemaster. It also increases your Desperate Prayer heal, so my advice, you get it if you can. I'll now go on to Reforging, so stop the video here. Look at that, magic teleport, look. Instantly in front of this guy called Ithuriel, something white spear. I presume he's meant to be something like Gandalf or some weird, who knows. But he's a cool looking night elf, and he reforges my gear and makes them better. Anyway, so the first thing I reforged was the satin hood. I took away haste and replaced it for spirit, just because I didn't think that, 5% haste, gets the renews tick in, and it does what I needed to do. And I'd rather have that extra mana regen. Obviously, if you went for the Mooncloth hood, you would have no haste on it. I believe there's no haste on it. You just have solid spirit, and it might even be better for you. It's down to personal preference, to be honest. So yeah, if you fancy the Mooncloth hood, go for it, guys. I don't see what's stopping you. I only went Mooncloth though for the 4 set bonus, and obviously any extra spirit that I can get, any extra intellect that I can get is a bonus. But it's down to personal preference, to be completely honest. Personal preference is what gears you as a priest. Okay. nothing else was reforged other than my legs. Okay guys, I took away some of the crit and replaced it with hit, just because I found that that was one of the best ways to get above 4%. Obviously it's a lot higher now, and I would change something, another piece of gear, but getting rid of some of that crit for hit was the best idea for me to get to 4% hit rating. Obviously it'll change around for you guys. If say you're wearing vicious, you're obviously not going to get the same amount of stats as I'm going to get on this type of gear, elite gear. Obviously I might get like an extra 20 hit, whereas you don't, and you have to reforge something else. There's a good chance that you'll have to reforge another piece of gear if you aren't in elite or in ruthless and you're still in vicious. There's definitely a good chance. So if that does happen, don't hesitate to reforge crit, haste, or mastery. Those are down to personal preferences. Personally, for me, crit is by far the better stat. Okay guys, gets off your bigger heals and it works really well in arena. You'll notice like 50k heals, you just smack bang on the target. You can go heal someone else, whatnot, and so forth, so forth. Whatever I was gonna say, I don't even have a clue anymore. You know, this commentary thing is getting a little bit easier, but a little bit harder at the same time. So I'm forgetting words, but I'm remembering stuff, and I think I sound a lot more confident. But anyway, that for now, guys, is generally it. I guess I could show you my talent points. This is the PvP one that I go for. Obviously 2 and improved. I could go through it like everyone else does, but I feel it's useless. If you want to just go down to my armory, which will be in the comment, okay, you can check it out there and see why see what I've spec'd into. You'll see a lot of people that don't spec into this darkness, okay, and the reason is because obviously haste. What they'll do is they'll put the extra point in inspiration, okay, reduces target's physical damage taken by 5% for 15 seconds after casting a critical effect on your flash heal. Obviously this is where crit will come into handy. A lot of the time it's rated BG spec. I see it as rated BG spec anyway. They'll also throw the extra 2 points into Inner Sanctum, reducing spell damage taken, and also increasing the movement speed. That way they don't have to keep switching to Inner Will and Inner Fire. Personally, I think is a better choice to switch to Inner Will and Inner Fire. Get used to it. You'll realise that Dispel is cheaper, all your instant casts are cheaper, and you don't run out on mana so fast. So try and stay away from those two if you can, unless you're doing rated battlegrounds. Get the extra haste. It'll do you the best. Obviously increasing your spellcasting speed and all things like that. Other than that, guys, glyphs maybe. Obviously glyph of renew, glyph of penance, glyph of powered shield, pain suppression. That's pain suppression and guardian spirit to be cast while stunned. Always handy. Prayer of mending, mass dispel makes it almost instant, and whatever you feel like in here. I use Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend, which he generally doesn't die from damage, he usually gets rooted before he actually does anything. It would be nice if he did die from damage, but he doesn't, ever. Glyph of Fortitude, reducing mana, don't really need that, and Levitate. Obviously these minor glyphs are just useless, but if you can get some that benefit you, then go for it. The Levitate one can be useful in arena, but I'll get into that some other time. Maybe the fake casting one or whatever, or spell steal against mages, but I'll get into that some other time. Other than that, guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks again for watching. I hope this video helped. I hope it helps a little bit with your mana, guys. It's a little bit hard to explain about the Inner Will and Inner Fire situation at the moment, but I'll catch you guys later, and stay tuned for more priest stuff coming up. Subscribe, comment, like, and I love you all. No, yeah, I do, really. No, serious. Anyway.